Let's review cancellations. Now, there's literally two different type of cancellations. Now, there's a cancellation process through the Hawksoft, and there's a manual cancellation. Now, the difference between both of them is that the manual cancellation is a blank cancellation request. There's no information at all. So let's review the cancellation from the Hawksoft. There's a few sections that you would need to confirm before actually completing and processing the cancellation request. Now, number one, the policy number. It's very important to confirm that the cancellation actually has the right policy number. So look at the website, look at all the documents or the Hawksoft, and make sure that the policy number that's on the Hawksoft is the actual correct policy number. Now, besides the policy number, you have to make sure, and this is very, very important, this is one of the most important steps, you have to make sure that the cancellation date and the time matches with the day that you're actually processing the cancellation request. So for example, today is 7/22/2019 and it's 4:33. So the cancellation date has to match with today's date because I'm processing the cancellation today, and also the time. We don't process any future cancellations, or we don't backdate any cancellations, meaning we don't process a cancellation for last month, or we wouldn't process a cancellation request for next week. Technically, we process a cancellation request the same day that the customer is in the office because they need to sign the form. So once again, the cancellation date and time has to match the day and time that we're processing the cancellation request. Now, another thing that you need to keep in mind, policy term. Now, there's policies that have been effective for maybe 2-3 years or maybe over 12 months. So every renewal, the term actually changes. So one of the things that you have to confirm is that the policy term is the current term. So for instance, this policy is active from, it's a 6-month policy, and it's active from 2/23/2019, and it expires August 23rd, 2019. So if the policy was canceled after August the 23rd, then the dates would be different. It would have 8/23/2019 and 2/23/2020. So you need to make sure that the actual term is the current term, that it matches with the most recent term. And you're going to be able to find that information on the website or also the Hawksoft. But once again, confirm and make sure that the policy term has the correct dates. Now, the customer is only going to sign in one place, and they're going to sign here where it says signature of name insured and date. So the one on the top. So the one on the top, they are going to sign it. So they would sign it and they would write the date as well. So this is a cancellation request from the Hawksoft. Once again, always make sure everything matches, make sure the name matches, but and then the company's name as well. But everything should match based on the Hawksoft. So just confirm the policy number, make sure that the cancellation date is the day that you're actually processing the request and the time, and also that it has the effective date. Now the customer is going to sign on the top part and they'll put the date. Now, before you process this, it's going to give you a space. It's going to give you an option of actually writing or typing any notes, any specific notes. So you'll be able to see these notes right towards the bottom. It says insured is aware of any fees they are responsible. Reimbursements are from the insurance company. So any notes, anything you need to add. And then the producer signature, obviously only licensed agents will sign this date and the date. And this, we would keep this for our file. Now, the manual cancellation is the same thing as just blank. So technically, we would have to manually write everything that's on the actual cancellation. So as you can see, family insurance is on the top. The name of the driver will be here as well. So we would literally need to write everything. The policy number, company's name, just the same way that it's on the other. So technically, the top part is the only part that we would need a copy. Producer, company's name, then you have the customer's name, policy information, so the policy number, the cancellation date. So everything has to be filled out manually, and then we can send this as a cancellation request. We may use a cancellation request for a future effective policy. You would need a no loss, a future effective, and a manual cancellation. Or if there's any other reasons why we would need a manual cancellation, we would just have everything filled out, and then the customer still signs it in the same place, which is over here. So a customer would sign it in the same place as the previous option that I showed you. So they will sign here, and then you would turn it in. You would fax it or upload it, regardless of the option.